Hello everyone. So, as the person introduced me, I am Pankhuri Gidwani, Miss Grand India 2016, and I am also studying Bachelor's of Mass Media at Mithibai College. So, every time I go on to give my introduction to someone in a social gathering, it's very complicated because I say, okay, hi, I'm Pankhuri Gidwani, Miss Grand India. Oh, amazing. So, what you're doing right now? Oh, I'm shooting in ads and also doing college. College? Oh, then when did you win? I won when I was 18 years old. Oh, amazing. Then which year of college? First year of college. Then how? You should be in second year. So I said, okay, let's do it from the beginning. And now today TEDx has given me the chance to do it from the beginning to the end. And I'm very thankful for that. Thank you, NIIT University. So I was always the kind of person who never had stage fright. I know it sounds a little boasting, but it was just like that. It was in the family. My family was into music. My family was always out there on the stage, either speaking about something. So my father is a journalist, and my mom is into cosmetology, and my dadi is a very good singer. So we were always, you would say, in non-conventional careers from my family background. And I was always interested into doing a lot of things at one point of time, yet keep my one thing as my priority. So for example, in school, my academics were my priority, but I would still go into a lot of activities at that point of time. And here we see, I started learning Kathak at the age of 4. And that was something that helped me to get out of my comfort zone and also get on the stage and be like, yes, I can do this, Every time I would do a Kathak performance, I would get better and better at it. And after a point of time, I was always at the center of the stage, center of attraction. So it was always very exciting and enthusiastic for me to be on stage and be admired by the people and be appreciated by the people. And at the same time, my mom would always keep drilling this into me, Zyada hawa mein mat udo, it's okay, people are appreciating, that's good, but you need to stay down to earth. So that always helped me. And since the age of, yes, I also play the drums. And that was something that really helped me increase my confidence, because you usually don't see dainty, conventionally pretty looking girls playing the drums, right? So harsh truth there is, but this is something that really made me step out of the league of the dainty looking girls and helped me develop my confidence a lot. So I started modeling at the age of 16. And this was something that was a very bold step for me to take. I belong to Lucknow, which is also known as a small city and the city of Nawabs. And it was a stereotype that was there that small city girls do not take part in glamorous activities. I think a lot of you might have faced it. When you take part in fashion events, or when you feel, I want to do this photo shoot, and then this tag comes, oh no, you're a small city girl, why do you want to get into this glamour world? And I really wanted to break the stereotype and wanted to encourage other girls also to follow what they liked and not go by what traditionally they should do. So I started modeling at 16, and my parents were in full support of whatever I wanted to do. So there I have been very, very lucky when it comes to family support. So when I turned 18, I went to participate in this competition called Campus Princess. And to be very honest, I was only giving it a shot. Like, I didn't have this in mind, okay, I'm going to become Miss India, or I'm going to become the next Bollywood star. I just wanted to try something new and be adventurous in life, which I think all of us should have in us. Because if we just go by the traditional people and by what you should traditionally do and what should happen in your life, you should first do your schooling, then do your higher education, and then get into a job, have a family, and that's about it. No, I wanted to break that. I wanted to try new things and see what I was good at, and hence the drums, and hence the modeling, and hence the Campus Princess. when I won Campus Princess, I was like, okay, now this is something I'm good at. This is something I enjoy doing. And when I was asked the questions by the mentors over there, by the previous Miss India, I was thoroughly enjoying the entire experience because I was getting attention, I was getting admiration. At the same point of time, I was able to express my views, which I did since I was a small kid. And hence, I won this, and I was told that now you need to prepare for Miss India, which was I needed to prepare with the beauty, with the purpose. I needed to tone my body. As you can see, this is different and this is different. And I also needed to be very intellectually smart because at the age of 18, you're naive. You don't know what you're speaking, where you're speaking, and how you're speaking. So all of this had to come, and this was on November 21st, and as you all know, our boards happen in late February, March. So it was all that preparation along with my examination preparation that I had to do. And then the Miss India pageant began. Before that, there's a backstory to this. I had to win the Campus Princess pageant to get the direct entry into the 21 finalists of Miss India. And so I gave 2 of my boards in February, and then there was a 20-day gap to my next exam. And this Campus Princess was happening during that time. So I thought, let's give it a try. Again, this was again a try and something adventurous that I was trying to do. There was nothing concrete. So if I would win, well, I would go forth with the pageant. If I would lose, I can come back and study. So there was nothing to lose, basically. So I went forth to do this pageant, and I won Campus Princess and got a direct entry into the 21 finalists of Miss India. So when that happened, you know, there are some times when you feel that the destiny is opening doors for you for something that you so want to do and you're so determined to do. That was what exactly was happening with me, and I learned that we have to face challenges bang on when they come in front of you. Challenges will always come unexpectedly. You can't be thinking that bata ke aayega ki acha main 2 mahine baad aane wala hu. That's not going to happen. You're going to get challenges like this, and you have to face them, and you have to make a choice for good or for bad. So the pageant started, and there were a lot of rounds. There was a fashion round, there was a national costume round, there were a lot of sponsor visits that we did. And for an 18-year-old who's not even cleared school, it's pretty exciting. It's an entry into the glamour world. All the people are around you. There's paparazzi buzzing around you. You have to keep speaking on the social media. And it was all good fun. But with that, there are people who will try to pull you down. There are people who will share everything with you, and there are girls who don't want to share their makeup with you because they don't want you to be looking beautiful, right? So there was a lot of competition among the girls, as well as if you go to make friends, there were wonderful friends. So you had to choose between what you wanted to do and who you wanted to be. And yes, being beautiful is, of course, one of the criteria for being a Miss India, but being beautiful at heart is the biggest criteria, I tell you today. So we had a bikini shoot also in Miss India, and as you know, it's such a, I don't know, it's such a stereotype thing that, you know, girl doing bikini shoot, oh my God, characterless. That's what we hear from a lot of people. But again, I wanted to break this stereotype too, and I wanted to be like, no, hey, if I am confident of my body, it does not mean that I have a loose character. If they are requiring a bikini shoot for me, it's for glamour. I mean, who doesn't like a glamorous picture? Who doesn't like to be, you know, noticed by the people? But of course, in a good way. So I broke that stereotype too to move forward. And then came the finale, in which Mr. Shah Rukh Khan himself announced the names of the winners, and it was a dream come true for me. It was a dream come true for my entire family, because all this while they had been backing me, they had been supporting me. All my friends were like, you're only going to win this, you have to chill, you're going to win. So I did my best. I was just who I was during the entire pageant. I mean, you can't fake it for 1 month, right? And it was nothing scripted like it is in most of the reality shows. So it was just the real you coming out. And that's when I won Miss India in 2016, April. I still remember that day when I went home and I was just thinking, oh my God, what's next? So this was next. I was chosen for Miss Grand International, which is one of the top 5 international pageants that you have. And it was a great challenge. To begin with, most of the contestants who come for Miss Grand International are already a part of some other pageant, so they've already experienced a lot of pageants. And I was one of the youngest people. In fact, after Priyanka Chopra, I was the second person who went for an international pageant at the age of 18. And it was, thank you. And it was such a big challenge for me, but then, hey, again, I had learned to face and take challenges as they came. So I said, okay, let's do this. So this is a picture from one of my training sessions. Then there was a ramp walk session which would go on to 2 to 3 hours, and when you're walking in those 7 inches heels, and it's very tiring. And apart from that, yes, you have to follow a good diet. It's not to make you anorexic, it's just to keep you in good health. And then you go for your diction sessions, your hair session, your makeup session. And with all of that, the biggest pressure was to always look beautiful, always behave perfect. And it's so difficult to do that, right? I mean, when you get up in the morning and you go to the gym, you don't want to look like a superstar, but you have to. There is no choice. People are looking up to you. You can't be acting like a normal 18-year-old. You hold a certain title and a certain responsibility to it. But the sad part was that I got diagnosed with jaundice right 1 week before my pageant. And somehow, with the help of my mother, with the help of my organization who trained me so well, I got over it enough to at least go and attend my pageant and give my best at it. I was not totally well when I was in Las Vegas, USA, when I was representing India. It was my first international trip. But you can't let people down who've been backing you up all the time. So here I was at the Miss Grand International. I met delegates from all over the world. You can see there's Miss China, Miss Iraq, Miss Egypt. And this was one of my favorite pictures at the Las Vegas, Nevada sign. And even there you have all these rounds where you have sponsor visits and you have your dance practices, and something or the other is happening. You're having visits to different places in Las Vegas which you need to promote as the ambassador of the pageant. And if you can promote that, then of course you can promote their motto, which was to stop the war. So it was at a time when terrorism had become a very famous word throughout social media, and hence the motto of the pageant was to stop the war, and I loved it, and therefore I went for this pageant specifically. Meeting people of different countries just makes so much difference to your life and teaches you so much. I mean, I believe I grew up 4 years in the 1 year that I spent with my Miss India pageant and Miss Grand International pageant. Because you learn so much about their life and you come to know that it's not you only who's facing challenges. There are a number of people who are facing it, and you need to keep learning from them in order to improve your own self. Then, okay, I got one of the top 25 positions out of 80 countries in Miss Grand International, but unfortunately couldn't win it. And I had to come back to study as a schoolgirl, not as glamorous I look in this, but in the same uniform as these little kids are wearing, to give my examinations. I had missed my boards for Miss India, right? I told that I gave only 2 exams and I came for Miss India. So I had to go back, give my boards, and for those few months, for 6 months, coming down from a glamour field where everybody's surrounding you, where you are of prime importance, to the place where you are a normal schoolgirl again was very, very difficult. There was, of course, the jaundice hadn't died out fully, so that was also sort of troubling me. And because of applying so much makeup in such a young age, I had got a really bad skin, so that brought down my morale. And thirdly, I was going through a bad phase in a romantic relationship. So there were three problems that I was facing at one point of time, and I was all alone over there because I had no friends. All my friends had gone to respective university. And though I had achieved so much, I felt I had come a year behind everyone. That was a very, very crucial and a very difficult period to pass through. But then yes, positive thinking helped me. And my parents were there with me, my friends contacted me, they came to visit me from different places, and I was able to get over with it. And then comes when I won, in the sense I got 97.25 marks in my ISC exams. That was a break-even point for me. I mean, I was so happy that all the stress and all the challenges that I had gone through, it had resulted into this. The Story Notch, there was Scoop Whoop, and all of these people were covering me as they had never covered me even when I had become a Miss India. Like, I think I got more popular when I got 97.25 marks. Because it was such a paradoxical thing for them. Oh, Miss India itne marks leke aa gayi, kaise? So again, one more stereotype broken, which is that beautiful girls who become Miss India do it because they can't study, or do it because they have no future in academics. Hey, who said that? So I wanted to do that to a lot of people, and this happened with me. Yeah, see, you can see the social media coverage. So yes, after that, the journey never ended. It was always on and on. I went on to become one of the 50 most desirable women in India. And apart from that, I also have done a few ads where I was working with Ranveer Singh, and I was working with a great team of directors, and it's always been up, up and up. But let me tell you, it has been through ups and downs that this upping is now happening. Also, I had got the chance to be featured on the Femina cover with Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. He's a wonderful person, and this is my favorite picture. I also got to become the brand ambassador of 1090 Women Power Helpline, which is a helpline which helps girls and women who are in distress at any point of time to contact the police, and they will be there in no time. So I really wanted to help that cause, and hence I became the ambassador for it. And apart from that, my Beauty with a Purpose project was to help people get sanitation in villages, and hence I met Bindeshwar Pathak and tried to collaborate with him as to what can be done in the Barthana village of UP. So I came to know that I could use my image in various places and at various points of time to forward a particular purpose and a particular thing, because if a normal person says, it's good to plant trees, well, okay, it's good to plant trees. But if a known person says you should plant trees, you think twice, okay, if this person is doing it, I should do it. And hence I tried that my image gets attached to various purposes so that I can also do some better and my bit for the country. Okay. One last thought that I would like to leave you with. So it was my journey from a schoolgirl to a girl who did a lot of activities, to a Miss India, to a Miss Grand India, back to schoolgirl, and again back into the glamour industries. I faced a number of challenges, which again, I want to remind you, face them head on. Secondly, have your priorities very clear in life. Know what you're doing. For example, if I'm concentrating on my boards, it's my boards. If I'm concentrating on Miss Grand International, it's my Grand International. You can't focus on 10 things at one point of time. And thirdly, do not have energy vampires around you. When you have positive people around you, you tend to be more positive, and when you have energy sapping people around you, you tend to go down. Last thought I would leave you with is, have your head in the skies and you will be a successful person. and have your feet to the ground so that you're a good person. And of course, you see the height benefits. Thank you.